Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Concept Clear. In today's class, we will discuss about cryptography hash functions in the subject of cryptography network security. Okay, here cryptography hash functions. There are several hash functions. In that, now according to our syllabus, the first topic is message authentication. First of all, what is authentication? Authentication is nothing but genuine. Okay, same as here also. What is meaning of message authentication means it is a procedure to verify that the received message came from the original source and have not been altered. Okay, it means the message authentication is nothing but whatever the message is received by the receiver, that message is came from the original resource person, and as well as and also the message is not altered. Okay. Okay, what is the message authentication means? It is a procedure to verify that received message came from the original source and have not been altered. Okay, message authentication is may also verifying sequencing and timelines. What is the meaning of sequencing and timelines means? Whatever the messages is coming in same sequence order, and that time also will be recorded. Message authentication may also verifying sequencing and timelines. Okay, authenticator means genuine person. Authenticator. Okay, authenticator generated by authentication functions. Here authenticator, what is the duty of authenticator means? Authenticator generated by authentication functions. Okay, he is also generated by authentication functions. Okay, we have three authentication functions here. We will discuss one by one. What are the three authentication functions means? The first one is message encryption. Second one is message authentication code. It is also called MAC. Message authentication code, MAC. And third one is hash function. Hash function. We will discuss one by one. Hash function is noted as H. Okay. Three authentication functions. One is message authentication code, and third one is hash function. We will discuss one by one. What is message encryption? The first one is message encryption. We know what is encryption. Encryption is nothing but what? Encryption is nothing but converting a plain text message into ciphertext is called encryption. Here also the message of the encryption means it converts plain text into ciphertext. Plain text into ciphertext by using a key known as message encryption. Here also by using a key is known as message encryption. Okay, and here the ciphertext act as the authenticator. Okay, in this here, the ciphertext is act as authenticator. Okay, this is about the message encryption. What is the second one is message authentication code. Okay, message authentication code. Okay, what is second one is method authentication code. What is a MAC? A MAC is nothing but it is a crypto tag that verifies the authenticity and integrity of a message. Okay, what is the MAC means? It is crypto link which verifies the authenticity and integrity of the message. What is meaning of integrity? The message is not altered. Message. Okay. To ensure that message is from correct sender has not been altered, and also it ensures that message came from the correct sender or not. Sender has not altered. Okay. Here, what is the duty of a message code means? It is a crypto link which verifies the authenticity and integrity of the message. Authenticity and integrity of the message, and also it ensures that the message came from the correct sender and has not been altered. Okay. Here, how the MAC will be works. Okay, how MAC will work. Okay, for time being, I am writing these points. Later I will explain. Okay, please. Okay, here we will see how the MAC will be works. Okay, first one, the sender encrypts a one-way message. One-way has of the message using a shared secret key. It creates the MAC. Okay, here the sender will be encrypt the original message one way with the help of the secret key. It creates the MAC. The sender attaches the MAC to the message. The MAC will be attached to the message and send it to the receiver. Okay, after that, receiver uses the same algorithm and shared key to generate the original MAC. Okay, here what is the duty of receiver? Receiver uses same algorithm and shared key to generate MAC. Okay, here the fourth step, the receiver will be compared. Receiver will compare generated MAC with received MAC. Generated MAC with received MAC. Okay, if in this next step, if both MACs are same, then message is authentic. Okay, if the both are same, authentic and has not been altered or modified. Okay, here what is the procedure? In first step, the sender will encrypt a message has a message using a secret key. It will create the MAC. In second step, the sender attaches the MAC to the message and send it to the receiver. The receiver receives the same. Receiver uses the same algorithm and shared key generates the receiver side one more MAC. Here the receiver will be compared sender message MAC and receiver message MAC. If the both are same, then it is the authentic and has not been altered. Okay, here the MAC is very important because to protect a message against message tampering and forgery. What is the note point here? Okay, what is the note point here? MAC is important. MAC is important because it protects against message tampering and forgery. Message tampering and forgery. Without MACs, an attacker could interrupt a message. Attacker could interrupt a message and replace it with some fake message. Replace with some fake message. Okay, they could be also send new messages that will appear to come from a sender, and they can also send messages that appear to come from the sender. Okay, so the MAC message authentication is very important, and the message authentication code contains here, what is the code here? C equals to M comma K output. Okay, here what is the output is fixed length code. Okay, here C is authentication function and M is message, that is called plain text, and K is key, and what is the output here? The output is MAC. MAC code act as the authenticator. Here MAC code, MAC act as authenticator. Okay, and what is the third one is hash function. What is hash function? Here hash function and third type is hash function. Okay, what is a hash function? Hash function is here in case of key we will be using hash function. Okay, same here in case of key, in case of secret key we will use hash function. Key is replaced with hash function. Okay, here key here not using, so key is replaced with hash function. So h of m means hash function of message equals to fixed length code, hash code h. Okay, here capital H is what? Capital H is hash function, don't confuse here, and small h is hash code. Small h is hash code. The hash code will act as the generator. Here hash code act as authenticator. Okay, this is about the hash functions. We have three hash functions. We have three cryptography hash functions. The first one is message encryption, message authentication code, and third one is hash function. Okay, thank you.
నా ఛానల్ పేరు గుర్తుందిగా, ప్లీజ్ లైక్, షేర్ అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్. ఏంటి?
Welcome to my YouTube channel Concept Clear. In today's class, we will discuss about HMAC in the subject of cryptography network security. What is HMAC? HMAC is nothing but hash-based message authentication code. It is a SHA function such as SHA algorithm, secure hash algorithm, but it is designed for MAC. Okay, it is similar to SHA algorithm, but it is designed for MAC, message authentication code. It is used for directly for the purpose of, because it not really the secret key. Okay, it is similar as the hash SHA algorithm, but it is not purpose of the directly sending the secret key. Okay, and it is a symmetric key algorithm. You know what is the meaning of symmetric key? Symmetric key is nothing but, here for encryption we will use a single secret key. The same key we will use for the decryption also. That is called symmetric key algorithm. So it has a shared key. Whatever the key we are using sender side, the same key will be used for receiver side. Also the shared key will be available. And HMAC is used for data integrity and authentication. What is the meaning of data integrity? Data integrity is nothing but no modification. While data is transferring between sender to receiver, the data should not be modified. Okay, that is called data integrity. Maintaining the no without modification, that is called data integrity. And what is the meaning of authentication? Authentication is nothing but verifying the user with user ID, password, like that. Okay, if you have to verify the user is the original reliable user or not, that is called authentication. HMAC uses symmetric key and signatures. Uses an asymmetric key. Okay, see here, this is the block diagram for HMAC algorithm. HMAC hash based message authentication code. Here this is the sender sending a message. Here there is a, here in this place HMAC, in this MAC it will create the MAC code. It will create the generator. It will create the MAC code with the help of the secret key. With the help of the secret key, the plain text message will be generated as the MAC code in this block. And after that the MAC code will be transferred from sender side to receiver side. Here after generation of the MAC code, the message contains message plus MAC code that will be transferred, that will send the over the network to the receiver side. Receiver side again, here with help of the same secret key, it will verify the MAC code, and the MAC code will be again, it will be converted as a message, and that message will be displayed the receiver side. Okay, here the same key is used for MAC code generation and verifying the MAC code. Okay, MAC code creation key and as well as the MAC code verification key will use the same key. Okay, here sender sending a plain text message, and with help of the secret key, the MAC message will be created as the MAC code will be created. After that, message plus MAC code will be delivered over the network to the receiver side. Again, here MAC code will be verified with the same key, and later the message will be displayed on the receiver side. Okay, here HMAC is nothing but hash function. HMAC is nothing but HMAC means hash function of secret key plus message. Here we are using MAC code means what? Message plus MAC code, that is called hash function. Okay, HMAC is the more secure than MAC code. Message authentication code is it provides the less security, and HMAC will provide the more security, because here key and message are hashed in separate steps. Okay, here by using HMAC algorithm we can provide the more security. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ask me about the HMAC function. Okay, thank you.
నా ఛానల్ పేరు గుర్తుందిగా, ప్లీజ్ లైక్.
Concept clear. In today's class we will discuss about CMAC in the subject of cryptography network security. Okay, in last class we seen HMAC. What is the meaning of HMAC? Hash-based message authentication code. Okay, that is the more that provides the more security on MAC code. Now we will discuss CMAC. Okay, here what is the meaning of CMAC? CMAC is nothing but cipher-based message authentication code. Okay, in CMAC is a cryptography. Okay, in CMAC is a cryptography technique that verifies the user data integrity as well as the authenticity of the message. It is the same point we will have seen in the HMAC also. That is also used for data integrity and authenticity of message. Here also same. And but what is the difference here? But here difference is it uses a block cipher and a secret key that will be used to calculate the MAC code. That is used to calculate the MAC code. Okay, here what is the meaning of block cipher? A block cipher is nothing but the data will be divided into number of separate blocks, and the secret key means the same key used for sender side and receiver side. Okay, here the receiver authentication code, then the receiver uses the same key as the secret key to compute the CMAC and verifies the message same as HMAC also. For one key will be used with the message and will be generate the MAC code. The same key will be used for CMAC verification at receiver side. CMAC is mainly used for strong security. Okay, it is mainly used for to provide the strong security. And what is the major CMAC contains key generation and padding, initialization, first block processing, intermediate block processing, final block processing, and output. Okay, these are the CMAC contains. These are the steps. Okay, here block diagram of CMAC is okay. This is the block diagram of CMAC. Here is we seen that CMAC is the block cipher. What do you mean of block cipher? The data will be divided into number of blocks. So it is the first block, the second block, and up to n blocks will be there. Okay, here first initially it will take secret key K, and it will apply for encryption algorithm with first to message block 1, message 1. The message 1 with the help of the key by applying encryption algorithm, it will generate ciphertext. It will generate the ciphertext. That ciphertext will be went to the XOR operation with message queue. So with message second message will perform the XOR operation. The result will be goes to the again encryption algorithm with help of the secret key. Again the result will go for another XOR operation with next message. Like that the process will be continue up to nth message, and the same in XOR operation result will be applied to the encryption algorithm. Again it will generate the ciphertext and process the up to first message to last message in the first block. This is the first block. In the second block up to n blocks. This is about the CMAC. Here what is the main thing will happen here? Before that we are applying simply a message with MAC code will be generated, but here the message will be encrypted, ciphertext will be generated, then again we are generating the MAC code. Okay, we will see one example here. Okay, for example, in this example I am taking 5 bits original message. This is the 5 bits original message that when you are applying MAC code, this is a block cipher. So the 5 bits will be divided into number of blocks. First block, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. And after dividing, we have to apply the encryption algorithm. So we are getting the after applying encryption, we will get the ciphertext 1, ciphertext 2, ciphertext 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the original message. This is the ciphertext message. Okay, here C5 is the last cipher, so it acts as the MAC because we have 5 ciphers. Okay, generally when you are taking the last bit, that will use the cipher. From that we have to choose one. Okay, according to 5, the last one we have to choose the last cipher as the ciphertext. So the last message is the ciphertext message. Okay, here in theoretically we will see how it will be converted as C1 equals to encryption of K key and A1. C2 equals to encryption of remaining before K comma A2 plus C1 ciphertext of XOR with A2, and C3 equals to encryption of K A3 XOR operation of C2. Okay, see here this one. key, encryption of message 1, then the cipher is the encryption output with XOR of message 2, the same thing, encryption of K and A2 plus C1. Okay, this is about the XOR operation. It will up to finally the last ciphertext will act as the MAC core. This is about the CMAC method. What do you mean by CMAC means? Cipher based message authentication. If you have any doubts, please ask me in comment section. Please like our YouTube videos and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you. In today's class, we will discuss about digital signatures in the subject of cryptography network security. Okay, what is digital signatures? జనరల్గా మనం చెప్పాలంటే డిజిటల్ సిగ్నేచర్స్ అనేవి ఒక thumbnail లాంటివి. మనం ఎప్పుడైనా మన డేటాని యూట్యూబ్లో అప్లోడ్ చేసినప్పుడు మనము మన యూజర్ ఐడి లేదంటే మన లోగో అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాం. దాన్ని ఎవరు కూడా తీసుకొని మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళు అప్లోడ్ చేస్తే అది కాపీరైట్స్ వస్తుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద జనరల్ టర్మ్స్. ఓకే, సేమ్ యాజ్ వాట్ ఈస్ మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ డిజిటల్ సిగ్నేచర్. Digital signature is a asymmetric key cryptography. It uses both keys for generate the digital signatures like private key and public key. For encryption, we will use the private key. For decryption, we use the public key. Here, for encryption, we use the private key. Decryption, we use the public key. Okay, here what is the digital signature? Digital signature is used for both authentication as well as the no repetition. Okay, authentication means user verification కోసము we will use the authentication. That is called authentication. No repetition. What the meaning of authentication is? It means verification of a sender and receiver. Who is posting and who is the sending the data, like that. Video ఎవరు పోస్ట్ చేస్తారు తెలుసుకోవాలన్నా కూడా మనం we will use the digital signature. That is called authentication. Okay, it verifies. Authentication means it verifies the sending of the message to the correct person or not, and the same as received message from the original source or not. Okay, so clear. Verification is nothing but it will verify we are sending the message came from correct person or not, and as well the message received from correct person or not. Okay, so for example, if the fake person sends us message, if we believe that message came for the original person, then we lost the money or some value information. So it is very important for authentication. No repetition. What do you mean of no repetition means? The person who receives the message, he can't deny. Okay, if, for example, you are sending the money to your friend in the phone pay or GPay. Once if you are sending the money, the receiver don't have any choice to denying the receiving the money. So that is called no repetition. What is the meaning of signature? Signature is a proof of identity, that is the from correct sender or not. Okay, suppose in your YouTube channel someone will upload some videos. Okay, if you are uploading the videos means you will put your logo, but someone is uploading your logo videos through your channel means at the time that is not possible to upload your logo. So that is called signature. Okay, how digital signatures will be works? Okay, see here, in digital signatures will be work. Here A is the sender and B is the receiver. Okay, the sender with the help of the public key, with the help of private key, and he will generate a message. M is nothing but message. Okay, A will send a message with the help of the private key. Here digital sign generation algorithm. This algorithm will generate the digital signature. This is the signature. Will generate the signature. Okay, S is nothing but signature. Then after generating signature, okay, actually what is the actual data? Message along with private key. It's sending to digital signature algorithm. It will generate the signature. Okay, after generating the signature, it contains what? It contains the message plus signature. That message plus signature will be sent over the network to the receiver side. Here receiver will receive the message with along with the signature. It will went to verification in digital sign verification algorithm. Here it will uses the receiver will uses the public key of A, and it will checks it is the valid or not. It is valid or not. If it is valid or not. Okay, clear. This is about the This is about the digital signatures. Okay, clear? Here, what is the digital signatures? Here, the sender wants to send a message. The message with along with private key. There is the algorithm, digital sign generation algorithm. That is the digital signature. Then that message will be delivered from sender to receiver side over the network. Here again, there is a algorithm for digital sign verification. Digital sign verification algorithm. It will check with the help of the public of the user here, and it will check the message is valid or not. Okay, the same exclamation point again here as the notes for exam purpose. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ask me in comment section. Okay, please like our videos and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you everyone.
నా ఛానల్
Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Concept here. In today's class, we will discuss about Elgamal Digital Signature in the subject of Cryptography Network Security. In last class, we seen about what is digital signature. Okay, in general terms, what is the meaning of digital signature means? It is nothing but it is the watermark of the user identity. General గా చెప్పుకోవాలనుకుంటే. Okay, in same as what is the Elgamal Digital Signature means? It is one of the digital signature scheme. It is one of the digital signature scheme. Here we'll use two keys. First one is public key for encryption and private key for decryption. It is a asymmetric key cryptography. We can say it is a asymmetric key cryptography. Why? Because we are using two keys for encryption and decryption. So it is the asymmetric key cryptography. Here, what is the working procedure? The working procedure will contain several steps. We will see one by one. So the first step is select a prime number. We are mentioning the prime number Q. We are taking the prime number as a Q. The second step is select a primitive root of alpha of Q. Okay, whatever the number, whatever the prime number are taking as a Q. For that Q, we have to take a alpha primitive root. Okay, the condition is alpha less than Q always. Okay, generate a random integer XA. XA is nothing but we will use XA as the private key in future. Okay, here generate a random number integer XA. What is the condition here? The XA is 1 less than XA less than or equals to Q minus 1. We have to follow this condition. We have to select a XA. And next, fourth step is calculate YA. What is the formula for YA is alpha x power A mod Q. This is the formula for calculation of YA. Okay. And next step is we have to generate the public key and private key. Okay, so here I am writing here generate the keys for user A. Private key and public key. What is the private key here? XA is the private key, and public key is the formula is Q comma alpha comma YA. So we also got private key and public key. Next step is in order to sign a plain text message, user A will perform hash function. Okay, user has to perform a hash function. So what is the user has to perform a hash function on a message? So m equals to hash function of m. Okay, here m is nothing but message equals to hash function of m. So here what is the condition here? 0 less than m less than Q minus 1. Next step is generate a random key integer k. Next we have to take a random integer k. Here this is the condition, and here we have to calculate the GCD of the k comma Q minus 1, that should be 1. Okay, now after this one we have to calculate S1 value and S2 value. What is the formulas for S1 and S2? S1 formula is S1 equals to alpha power k mod Q, and if you write like this, the k inverse mod Q minus 1. So, and what is S2 formula? S2 formula is S2 equals to k inverse m minus xa XA S1 mod Q minus 1. These are the S1 and S2. These are the two formulas we have to remember for exam. Okay. Next, what is the next step? Next step is now we got a signature pair S1 comma S2. Okay, this is the sender side. Okay, these are the steps will be performed at sender side. Okay, when we are sending sender a message, he will apply these are all the steps for creating the Elgamal digital signature. After that, he will send the message to the receiver side. Okay, and what is the receiver side? Receiver side, actually, we won't check if you get any message from some person. We won't apply any methods to check it is a original message or not. Okay, here also the B side, if you want to verify, okay, generally we won't verify, but if you want to verify, we have to verify the message came from original message or not. So how to verify? We have to calculate v1 value and v2 value. We have to compare these two. If both are same, that is valid. If both are not same, that is not a valid signature. So here v1 is the formula is v1 is alpha power m mod q is the v1 formula, and v2 formula is ya whole power s1 s1 whole power 2 s2 mod q. These are the two formulas. Have to calculate v1 value and v2 value. If v1 equals to v2, then signature is valid. If the v1 is not equals to, then signature is corrupted and signature is came from unknown person. Okay, now we will see one example for this implementation. So here I am taking example value q equals to 19. Q is what is a q? Q is a large prime number 19, and the second step is we have to take primitive value of q. What is the primitive value of q is alpha. So I am taking here alpha is 10. Okay, if you have to calculate, and if you in the exam purpose, if you remember these values, okay, q equals to 19 and alpha equals to 10. Okay, now what is the start step? Random integer we have to calculate xa. Xa equals to what is the formula? 1 less than xa less than q minus 1. Okay, according to this, xa is I am taking as a 16. I am getting as a 16. 16 means what? 1 less than xa, q minus 1 18. So if you are implementing this, xa equals to 16. Okay, next one is we have to calculate ya. What is the ya formula? Ya equals to what is the formula here? Ya equals to alpha power xa mod q. So I am implementing here ya equals to alpha power mod a. So if you are implementing this, 10 power 16 mod 19. If you are calculating this one, we are getting y equals to 4. Okay, in next step we have to generate the keys. What is the keys formula here? Key equals to keys. Private key is xa. What is xa is 16. Public is q alpha ya. So this is the public key. Now we have to generate hash code hash code of the message m. So m equals to h of m. What is the, for example, I am taking here message equals to 14. The message plain text message is 14. So I am taking here 14. Okay, next we have generated the a k value, k integer value k. So how to calculate this? Again we have the conditions. I have to implement this one. So we are getting k equals to 5. Okay, I am taking here k equals to 5. Next we have to calculate the s1 value. That is the formula for alpha power k mod q 10 power 5 mod 19. If you are calculating this one, we are getting 9 s1 equals to 3. That is the first one s1. And what is the s2 value? In s2 value we have the formula this one. If you are implementing use the derivation of the formula, finally we are getting k inverse 11. If you are implementing the same in s2, we are getting s2 is equal to 4. Now this is the sender side. So we are generating the signature of the page s1 and s2. Okay, now at the receiver side, what I told, if you want we can check, if you want only you can check. Okay, how to check? We have to calculate the v1 value formula, v2 value. If you calculate the v1 equals 16, v2 equals to 16. Now what is the step? Now v1 equals to v2. So the signature is valid. If the v1 equals to not, v1 is not equals to v2, then the signature is invalid. Okay, this is about the Elgamal Digital Signature. If you have any doubts, please ask me in the comment section. What is Elgamal Cryptography means? So Elgamal signature means it is also a symmetric digital signature. It uses for two keys for encryption as well as the decryption for the public key and the private key. It follows us some several steps. Up to have the 8 or 9 steps, we have to follow these methods. These steps in the user side and sender side, we have to only receiver side, we have to only 2 steps. We have to calculate the v1 and v2. If you have to validate these two, then if it are both are same, then it is a valid signature. Otherwise, it is not a valid signature. Okay, thank you everyone. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.
నా ఛానల్ పేరు గుర్తుందిగా, ప్లీజ్ లైక్ షేర్ అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్.
Welcome to my YouTube channel Concept Player. In today's class, we will discuss about key management and redistribution. What is the meaning of key management? Key management is nothing but managing the secret keys between two parties and to store and provide the authenticity and communication between the users. Okay, here what is the key management means? The main aim of key management is to generate a secret key keys between two parties and store and prove the authenticity between communication users. Okay, here key generation is important is to generate a secret key between two parties or sender and receiver and store it to provide the authenticity. Okay, authenticity between communicating users. Okay, and both parties are communicating. The key management has to provide the key generation and maintain the authenticity between the communication to users. And the key management is also one of the technique which is support to key generation and storage and maintaining the of the keys between authorized person. Okay, their key management is the technique which support key generation, storage, maintaining of keys between two authorized parties. Okay, and key management plays important role for security as cryptography. Okay, it is key management plays important role in security cryptographic goals, like to get the important role to get the first one is confidentiality, second one is authentication, data integrity, and digital signature. Okay, what do you mean of confidentiality? Confidentiality is nothing but maintaining a secret. Okay, suppose if you have a ATM pin card number, you will tell the pin code number, ATM pin number to only your family members. You open to other members means they will misuse. So that is the confidentiality. Maintaining the secret is called confidentiality. Authentication. Authentication means validating the user is the correct person or not. Okay, verifying the user. Okay, to verify the users, we have to need key management. Okay, if you open the key for all the people, then everyone there is no authentication, data integrity, no modification. Okay, here the keys will be not modified. The keys will be modified means what? There is no security and digital signatures. These are the four conditions we have to maintain the key management will be plays the important role. The basic purpose of the key management is generating a key distribution, controlling of the user's keys, and updating the destruction of the keys and key backup or recovery. Okay, the key management is purpose is key generation. The first one is key generation purpose, key generation and key distribution. Okay, and controlling of the keys, controlling of uses of the keys, and updating updating destruction of keys and key backup or recovery. Okay, or recovery. And the major points of the executing key management is key management will be executed The main one, first one is user registration. Okay, second one is user initialization, key generation, key installation, key registration. Sixth one is normal use, key backup, key update, key recovery, key deregistration or de-verification, key re-registration or re-verification. Okay, these are the 10 we have to use implemented by using the key management. Okay, have any doubts, please ask me in comment section. Thank you everyone. Concept clear. In today's class, we discuss about key distribution in symmetric key. Okay, it is nothing but what? In last class, we seen key distribution, key management, and this topic, how the key will be distributed from sender side to receiver side in symmetric keys. Okay, here you have four ways key distribution in symmetric way. What is the first one is physical delivery. Okay, what do you mean by physical delivery? Physically, the sender and the receiver will meet one place. They both will be exchanging the keys. That is called physical delivery. It is the most secure way to exchange the keys. Okay, here what is the disadvantage here? The disadvantage is it takes more time. Physically meeting two persons means it will take the more time only. Both have to check their convenient time, and they have to travel from one place to another place, both immigration place. Okay, so the physical delivery is the first one is the key exchange, symmetric key exchange. Okay, here most secure way for exchanging because there is no third party involved, but it is the take more time. The second way is key distribution center. What do you mean of key distribution center? It will generate the key and it will distribute the key for both sender and receiver. Key distribution center generates the key for both sender and receiver, and it will distribute the keys from both sender and receiver. Okay, it will take less time. Why? Because the distributor will be generating the keys for the sender and the receiver. It will simply deliver, so it will take the less time. And it is the authenticate, but you have to depend on third party KDC. Okay, here the keys will be generated by the key distribution center KDC. So for every time when you are exchanging, when you are information changing between sender and receiver, we have to depend on the third party like the key distribution center only. So this is the second method. And third one is using previous key. What do you mean by using previous key? For example, you have a ATM card pin code number. Generally, we will put our date of birth and parent phone numbers and friends' date of birth like that. Okay, if you want to change, simply we will change date and month. Okay, previously we are keeping that 1/5. For example, 1/5/71. Okay, later what we will do? Later what this is the previous code, previous pin number. Later we will do 1157 or 1715 like this. In the same key we will use simply changes the bits from front to last, last to first like that. Okay, here also using previous key means by encrypting the previous key we generate the new key. Okay, we did not generate the new key directly, but using some hint of the previous keys we generate the new key. This is the third way for key distribution of the symmetric key. Okay, using previous key. And the fourth one is using third party. What is the meaning of using third party here? The sender send the message to the third party. The third party will send the message to the receiver. Here we have trusted third party. Here sender and receiver both have a common friend, a common person. The common person will be send the keys between sender to receiver. Okay, if the sender wants to send a key to receiver means the sender sends the key to the third party, and then third party will send the key to the receiver. Okay, this is the simple diagram for third party. Okay, here the sender sending a message to the third party, the third party sending a message to the receiver. Okay, this is about the key distribution in symmetric key. If you have any doubts, please ask me in comment section. Subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you everyone. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Concept here. In today's class, we discuss about key distribution in asymmetric key. How the asymmetric key cryptography, the keys will be distributed from sender to side to receiver side. Okay, here there are four ways to key distribution in asymmetric key. Okay, what is the first one is public announcement. Second one is public key directory, and third one is public key authority, and fourth one is certificate authority. Okay, what is the meaning of public announcement? Public announcement is nothing but there is a person, there is a user, will simply announce the keys. Okay, like that he is receiver 1, receiver 2, and receiver 3, and receiver 4, and receiver 5. Like this, for example, FM radio will release the signals. Here several places, several different locations, the radio radios will be receive the signals and plays our songs. Okay, same like that here also. Public announcement means the particular user will be announce the key to all the users in that network will receive the signals, will receive the keys. So they can do encryption or decryption by using the broadcasting key announcement. Okay, this is the first way for distribution of the keys. The second asymmetric method, and second thing is the public key directory. What is the public key directory? It is like telephone directory. In olden days, BSNL maintained the directory books. In that one, all the users, all the telephone users' phone numbers with the house addresses will be stored. Okay, same here also. And public key directory, all the users will put their keys in public key directory. User can came to and search for the required key and takes the key, and the changes should be reflected in the directory also, like updation, adding, and keys. Okay, it is like a telephone book. Okay, keys అన్నీ కూడా ఒకటి దగ్గర స్టోర్ అవుతాయి. Required person will be came and take the searching and required key for their purpose of use. Okay, this is about the public key directory. And the third one is public key authority. What is the meaning of public key authority? It is the same as the directory, but the improves the security is tightening control over the distribution of the keys from directory. Okay, clear. And the last one is certificate authority. What is the meaning of certificate authority? Certificate authority is nothing but a trusted third party organization of the issues of the public key certificates is known as the certificate authority. Certificate authority can be linked into the notary public. Okay, for example, a college issues the identity card for the students. If you have identity card only, you are allowed inside the classroom. Same like that, allowed inside the college. Same like that, certificate authority means the trusted third party organizes the issues public key certificates. If you have the certificate only, you are linking with the public to get the keys. That is the fourth one. Okay, this is about the key distribution between asymmetric key. Okay, and sometimes you will get a question like distribution of the public key. Distribution of the public key also we have to get the same answer. Key distribution in asymmetric key or distribution of the public key, both are same. Okay, thank you everyone. If you have any doubts, please ask me in the comment section. Thank you everyone. My YouTube channel. In today's class, we discuss about SHA algorithm, secure hash algorithm in the subject of cryptography network security. What is SHA? It is a modified version of MD5 algorithm. Okay, here previously we discussed about it is MD5 algorithm. It is modified version of MD5 algorithm. Okay, in MD5 the length of the output is 128 and the SHA length of the output is 160 bits. Okay, this is the difference between remain MD5 and secure algorithm remaining same. In MD5, length of the output is 128 bits, but in SHA, length of the output is 160 bits. Length of the output is 160 bit, and remaining all are the same. Okay, we'll see how the SHA algorithm works. Okay, working procedure. Okay, in SHA algorithm, it contains 4 steps. The first step is padding, second one is the appending, and third step is dividing, and fourth step is initialization. Okay, here working of SHA algorithm. Okay, it contains how many steps? It contains 4 steps. It contains 4 steps. First one is, what is the first one is? The first one is padding. What is the meaning of padding? We've seen many times what is the meaning of padding means. Padding is nothing but adding additional bit, adding extra bit to the original message. That is called adding. Padding is nothing but what? Adding extra bits or additional bits to the original message is called padding. Okay, we will see here. Original message plus extra bits is called padding. Okay, the total length of the total length is 64. Assume the total length is 64, less than exact multiple of 512. So the total length is 64 bits, less than exact multiple of 512. Okay, for example, for padding we'll see one example here. For example, original message equals to 1000 bits. Okay, assume it is the 1000 bits. Then what is the value here? 512 into 1 equals to 512 bits. 512 into 2 equals to 1024 bits, and 523 equals to 1533 bits. Here how many bits were added? The added bits are 472. Okay, then add 472 bits. Okay, so here 1000 plus 472 equals to 1072 bits. 1072 bits. Okay, then what happened here? Then here added padding bits are 472 bits. 472 bits we can add. Okay, so the total length of the less than exact the multiple of bits. Okay, here how many bits we can add? So here 512 means we can add 472. Why? Because if we enter 1022 for 523 means 1530. So we can add 472 bits. Okay, the second one is appending. What is the meaning of appending? Appending means appending is also similar as the padding, but here Append the original length of the bits before padding. Calculate the length mod 64. Okay, here appending means what? Append the original length before padding. Calculate length mod 64. The most of cases, the 64 bits is obtained as the answer. So, okay, here, okay, most of cases, '64 bits is obtained as answer. So answer is 64 bits. Answer is 64 bits. So if the answer is 64 bits means what? So it becomes multiple of 512. Okay, see here. So again becomes multiple of 512. Okay, it means what? Again we have to check 472 plus 64 bits, that equals to 1532, 1536 bits. So this is the 1536. So it is called appending. And third one is, what is the third step? Dividing. What is the meaning of dividing? We have to divide each part as the 512. Okay, each part will be has to taken as the 512 bits. Okay, here we will consider the second step. What is the second step here? The second step is appending. Appending data, appending output is taken as the input. Okay, here we consider second step, appending output as input. So 1536 bits as input. Okay, so it means what? Here we have to take input is 1536 bits. So that will be divided into three parts. What are the three parts here? The first part, if we divide that, we will get 512 bits block 1, 512 bits in block 1. And what is the second part? In second part also we will get 512 bits as up to, and third part also 512 bits in block 3. Okay, this is about the dividing. And the last one is initialization. Here we have initialization means what? We have to initialize the variables. Here we have to initialize 5 chaining variables. Okay, see, fourth step is initializing. Here initializing. Okay, it means what? Initializing the variables. We consider 5 chaining variables. Okay, each variable contains 32 bit. Okay, here we have to consider 5 chaining variables. The values are predefined. Okay, we consider 5 . These are predefined. So I am taking here A, B, C, D, and E. These are the predefined variables. Predefined variables. Okay. Next, what is the process block? And fifth step is process block. Okay. And fifth step is process block. Okay. And in starting, I told you only 4 steps. Okay. Sorry for that. Here we have fifth step also. Process blocks. In process blocks, these 5 chaining variables are copied into corresponding variables. Okay. First step. Again here, copy 5 chaining variables into corresponding variables. So here I am copying A equals to A. I am copying Okay. Second step is, what is the second step? Okay, it is having the process block means where it is like an example. Okay. Second step is divided into 512 bits blocks. 512 bits blocks. So each block contains how many subblocks will be 16 subblocks. Each block contains 16 subblocks. Each one contains 32 bits. Okay, and third round is 4 rounds. Each round equals to 20 steps. Each round equals to 20 steps. So here each round equals to 20 steps. It means what? It means 16 subblocks and a constant k. A constant k we will use. Okay, 1 second. 16 subblocks, each one contains a constant k. So here 16 subblocks and constant k. Okay, here if we add these two, what will we get? One round operation. In one round operation, it is A, B, C, D, E, B, C, D, E. Then finally, what will happen here? Here, A equals to B plus A process P of B comma C comma D comma E plus instead of I T T of T. This is about the SHA-1. Alright. Okay, thank you. Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Concept Clear. In today's class, we will discuss about authentication requirements in the subject of cryptography, network security. Okay, here what is the meaning of authentication requirements? Authentication means verification of the user. Okay, to verify the user to verify any user it is a authorized user or not. For that authentication, what is the requirements? Okay, so here we have following kinds of the attacks in the context of the communication over the network. Okay, generally when the data is exchanging between sender to receiver, these are the following type of the attacks will be happen. Okay, how these attacks will be authenticate. It is a genuine user or not. Okay, the first one is the disclosure. What is the meaning of disclosure means? It is a I'm writing here the definition for disclosure. It is nothing but what? Disclosure is nothing but it is a release of the message contents to any person or a process, not crossing the appropriate cryptography key. Okay, here release of the message contents to any person or process, but it's not crossing the appropriate cryptography key in the disclosure. Okay, the second one is the traffic analysis. What do you mean of traffic analysis? A traffic analysis is nothing but if the data is encrypted, then the attacker will be simply observe what type of data is sending from sender to receiver, like what is the pattern of the message and what is the size of the message, what is the time of the message, and uh, what is the bandwidth they are using for sending the message. This type of analysis will be recorded by the traffic analysis attack. Okay, here these two attacks are will come under confidentiality. Okay, these two under comes under confidentiality. What is the confidentiality? It is the passive attack. It is the passive attack. Okay, and these two are the under passive attack. Okay, and what about masquerade attack? Masquerade attack is nothing but insertion of the messages. Okay, in masquerade attack, insertion of the messages into the network from a unauthorized source. That means not authorized person. Okay, what is the masquerade? It means inserting messages into a network. Okay, you use the insert the messages. And what about the context modification? Context modification is nothing but changes to the contents of the message. Okay, the content modification means the changes of the content of the message, including we insert the data, delete the data, as well as the transposition of the data. It means changing in the order of the message, and also will modify the data in content modification. Okay, and next one is sequence modification. What is the meaning of sequence modification? Means the any modification to a sequence of the messages between parties, including insertion, deletion, and reordering. That is called sequence modification. And next one is timing modification. What is the meaning of timing modification? Means it will disturb the messages delivery timings, like the delaying the message delivery or replaying of the messages. The message will be repeatedly sent from sender to receiver. That is called timing modification. And what is the source modification? Source modification is nothing but denial of the transmission of the messages by source. Okay, means simply from the source the message transmission will be delayed. That is called source modification. And the destination modification. What is the meaning of destination modification? Is denial of recipient of the message by destination. Same like that, the receive sender side it will be delays the message. That is called destination modification. We have totally 8 authentication requirements. In this 8 authentication requirements, first two will comes under the confidentiality, the under passive attacks, and what about these four will comes under message authentication. These four will comes under message authentication. Why? Because here we are checking for messages. Okay, message insertion, message modifications, then message sequence modification, message timing modification. So these are all under message authentication. And what about if you see, if you check, these all under also come under digital signature. Digital signature. These are about the authentication requirements. Okay, we have totally 8 type of several type of the attacks. Here these are the 8. We have to these 8 requirements when we are checking the authentication. Okay, here first one comes under confidentiality, and these are the under passive attacks. Then next three comes under message authentication and also digital signatures. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ask me in comment section. Thank you.
నా ఛానల్ పేరు గుర్తుందిగా, ప్లీజ్ లైక్, షేర్ అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్. ఏంటి?
Welcome to my YouTube channel Concept Here. In today's class, we'll discuss about Kerberos, the subject of cryptography network security. What is Kerberos? Okay, Kerberos is one of the client server architecture. Means it follows the client server architecture. What is the meaning of client server architecture? Means the sender and the receiver. Okay, when the client will send a request, the server will provide the responses. For example, you are searching for Facebook. Okay, when you send the request for Facebook, the server will be returns the Facebook page to the client system. Okay, that is called client server architecture. Okay, Kerberos is a network authorized protocol and it follows the symmetric key algorithm. What is the meaning of symmetric key algorithm? Means here we will use two keys for encryption as well as decryption, and it requires third party for key exchange. Okay, it requires the third party for key exchange between sender to receiver, and key distribution center, that means KDC, is a database for all the secret keys. Okay, here in Kerberos, the secret keys will be stored in a key distribution center. This is the block diagram of the Kerberos. What is the block diagram here? It is the client and it is the network services and it is the Kerberos. Okay, Kerberos contains the KDC key distribution center. Again, it said that authentication server AS and ticket generating server TGS. Okay, here what is the first step here? In this method, the client send a request to key distribution center. Okay, the client send a request to the key distribution center for keys. Okay, then the authentication server will respond and send a ticket to the user. He will send a request ticket to the user A. Then the ticket is encrypted form. At the time the ticket will be encrypted form. Then user will decrypt the ticket and get the hash code. User will be decrypt the whatever the received by the from authentication server. The ticket will be decrypted and get the hash code. The hash code again will send to the authentication server. The hash code again will send to the authentication server. Then authentication server checks that authenticity of the user sent message, send the hash code. So that means if the user will be able to decrypt the ticket correctly, then it declares it is the certified user. Okay, whatever the ticket is sending by authentication server, by using that, if the user A or client will decrypt the correctly, the client is the certified user or authorized user. Then authentication, after that the authentication server gives service ticket. We will generate the service ticket by granting ticket granting server. Okay, the TGS will use a service ticket to secret. Service ticket is nothing but secret key to the user. Then the user will be using that service ticket and communicate with network services. Then the network services will provide the responses to the user A. Okay, clear. This is about the Kerberos. Okay, what is the first thing here? The first thing is user will be send a request to the KDC. Then thus the authentication server will be response and send a ticket to the user. User will be decrypt the ticket and he will got the hash code. That hash code will be sent to the authentication server. Then authentication server will be check the hash code is correct or not. If the hash code is correct, then client is the correct person. If the client is correct, then again authentication server will generate a ticket by using ticket granting service. The ticket will be sent to the client A. Then by using the client or user A, the secret key, the ticket, he will communicate with network services, means server. Then server will be responded to the client A. Okay, clear. This is about the characters. If you have any doubts, please ask me in the comment section. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe our YouTube channel. Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Concept Here. In today's class, we discuss about X509 Authentication Service. Okay, in the subject of Cryptography Network Security. Here, what is X509 Authentication Service? It is a digital signature which is accepted by the internationally. Okay, here X509 is nothing but it is a digital certificate which is accepted by the internationally. Okay, it does not generate any keys, but it provides the how to access the public keys. Okay, X509 is a digital certificate, but it does not have secret keys, but it will provide the how to access the public key. There are several elements in X509 certification. Here, okay, we will see what is the elements in one by one. And here X509 contains totally 3 versions. We will discuss the 3 versions and elements clearly in this topic. Okay, see here. This is the diagram for these are the elements to have X509 authentication service. Okay, the first element is versions. Second one is certificate serial number, signature algorithm identifier, issue name, and validity period, subject name, publication key information, issue unique ID, subject unique ID, extensions, and signature. And the first version contains this X509 authentication server. First server contains these are the elements version 2 up to publication information. These are the 7 elements in the first version. So I am marking here first version from here to here. And second version contains versions to subject unique ID. So I marked from versions to subject unique ID. And third version contains versions to extension. So I am marking as these are the elements. Okay, here we will see one by one. What is the versions? A version is nothing but it specifies how many versions you have. Here we have totally 3 versions. What are the 3 versions? Version 1 is the form of, okay, here version 1 is the version 1 for public key information. Here version 1 is about what? Public key information. Okay, it contains, version 1 is contains public key information. Okay, and what about version 2? Version 2 is the from version 2 subject unique ID. Subject unique ID. And version 3 is from version 2 extensions. Okay, here up to here is the version 3. And what is the serial number? What is the serial number? Serial number is nothing but it is a serial number of the certificate. Okay, generally if you see any certificates have some serial numbers. Okay, like that. Here also secret keys contains the serial number, that is called serial number is the one of the element. The next one is signature algorithm identifier. What is the signature algorithm identifier means? In order to sign the certificate, which algorithm the user is using. Okay, that algorithm may be RSA algorithm, ID algorithm, DS algorithm, whatever it is. Okay, it is the signature algorithm. But to sign the certificate, whichever algorithm are used, that algorithm is called signature algorithm identifier. And issuer name. What is the issuer name means? It is the who issued the certificate. That means organization name, the name of the person or organization who issued the certificate, that is called issue name. And validity period. What is the meaning of validity period here? A validity period is from which date to date and time to time it will be valid. Okay, generally everything will be having validity. Same like here also. Digital signature also contains the validity from what time to what day to date and time to time. Okay, subject name. Next element is subject name. What is the meaning of subject name? It is the name of the person whom you are giving the certificate. Okay, here subject name is from, it is the name of the person whom you are giving the certificates. Next one is public key information. What is the meaning of public information? In order to encrypt or decrypt the message, the user will using this public key information. Okay, when you are doing the encryption decryption, you have to use the public key information for encryption and decryption. Next one is issue unique ID. What is the meaning of issue unique ID means? Issue unique ID. Here, issue unique ID is nothing but every user have a unique ID and every subject have unique ID. Okay, generally every student have the unique roll number. Same like that here also. Unique issue unique ID means every every issuer have a unique ID. The next one is subject unique ID. What is the meaning of subject unique ID means? It is also every subject contains a separate unique ID. Next one is the extension. What is the meaning of extensions here? Extension is nothing but if you want to add any decryptions, these extensions are optional. Okay, the extensions are the optional. If you want add any other descriptions, then you use the extensions. This may or may not be included. The last one is signature. What is the signature? It is contains all the versions of the signatures like algorithms, particular keys, and dashboards. These also one of the optional. Okay, here see for the example purpose I am showing here the versions. I have three versions from version to public key like this, and the second one is the serial number, and third one is the signature and issuer name and validity period and subject name and key public key information, issue unique ID and subject unique ID, and the last one is extensions. Extension is nothing but what? If you want to add any description, then the extensions are optional. So clear. Okay, if you have any doubts on X509 authentication service, please send me comment and like our videos and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Concept Clear. In today's class, we will discuss about public key infrastructure in the subject of cryptography network security. In today's class, public key infrastructure. It is a standard which is followed for managing, storing, revoking the digital certificate. Okay, here, how we are using the public key for managing the keys, storing the keys, and revoking the digital certificate. And it follows the asymmetric key cryptography. What is the meaning of asymmetric key? Here, asymmetric key is nothing but we use public key and private key for encryption and decryption. Okay, next it includes the following attributes. What are the following attributes means? Message digests. Okay, the message digest is about integrity and digital signatures. What is the purpose of the digital signatures means? For authentication and non-reputation purpose. Message digestion means what? Providing the integrity. Digital signature means it is mainly for authentication and non-reputation. Okay, here there is no, it will check the user authenticity and non-reputation. And the next attribute is encryption services. What is the encryption services? It will provide the confidentiality. Confidentiality means it maintains the secret. The message will be maintained as a secret between sender and receiver. Okay, next architecture of the public key infrastructure. In architecture, it contains the four parts. The first part is certificate, repository, and entity, and the third one is the registration authority, and fourth one is the certificate authority. These four are the architecture architecture parts. First one is the certificate repository. Okay, what is it? Certificate repository. Certificate repository is nothing but it is mainly used for storing the certificates information. Okay, like it is a bank. Okay, see here in certificate repository, it is storing the certificates information. Okay, and what type of information will be stored? It will be stored certificates ID, name of the certificate owner, and all the information certificate related. Okay, for example, if you went to what is the database? Database will store the all the type of the data, and if you are storing students data. Students data means what? Student name, student ID, student roll number, and student address, student phone number, student gender, like this. Same like that here also, certificate repository will be stored all the certificate information like certificate name, certificate number, certificate order of the name, certificate issue date, certificate validity, like this all information will be stored in certificate repository. Next one is entity. What is the meaning of entity? Entity is the user of the public key infrastructure. It can be a single person, organization, or a router or authorities. Okay, entity is nothing but it is a individual thing. It is a single person or organization or a router. Okay, next one is registry authority. What is the meaning of registry authority? Registry authority is nothing but it is used for registration and verification. Registry authority is mainly used for registration and verification. Okay, it is mainly used for registration and verification. It is a function for certificate enrollment which is used for public key infrastructures. Okay, what is the registration authority means? It is mainly used for registration and verification. It is a function for certificate enrollment. And next one is certificate authority. What is the meaning of certificate authority? Certification authority is nothing but a trusted organization that issues a public key certificates that is known as certificate authority. Okay, who is providing the certificates? Okay, that is called authority. Okay, the organization issuing the certificates means that organization is called as a certificate authority. Same like that here also, a trusted organization that issues the public key certificates is known as the certificate authority. It can be a linked to notary public. Okay, it will be linked to notary public. Okay, this is about our today's topic, public key infrastructure. Okay, public infrastructure means what? It is a standard. It is mainly used for storing, managing, revoking the digital certificates. Okay, it contains the four parts. The four parts are the certificate repository, entity, registration authority, and certificate authority. Okay, all of you please like our YouTube channel and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
నా ఛానల్ పేరు గుర్తుందిగా, ప్లీజ్ లైక్, షేర్ అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్.